everyone. My name is Ceil Stanford, and we're going to be talking about you, Y-O-U, and how you are the source of your dreams, of your wants, of your visions, of your plans, and basically your outcome, which is pretty good because then you can do something about it. So let's talk about this. So everything starts with you. And one of the main questions that I was asking myself, I actually started asking myself when I was 15 years old, kind of like, who am I? And what kind of sparked that question was, I remember seeing a book that was entitled, Who Am I? And I remember that catching my attention, and I had another thought about that. I thought, well, if I knew who I was, I wouldn't be so upset. If I really understood myself, I wouldn't be so upset. And I didn't find the answer to that question because I didn't read the book. But I found the answer to the question later on in life. And I find that that's a question that's quite common among people. So, the human being is a composite, if you will. And you have your dreams, but those aren't you. They're your dreams, if you will. You're separate from that. Now, sometimes it can feel like you're the dream if the dream is so big and you feel enveloped in it, right? And that's why. You also have visions, visions of what you want, visions of how things should be, how you want them to be. But the visions and the images and your imagination is still not you. You also have a mind, but you're not your mind. You're separate from your mind. And then you have a body, and your body is a tool, just like your car is a tool to get you from here to over there. When I look at having a body, going back to the car example, it's like, would I put bad gas in my car? No, I wouldn't. Why? It was going to cause me problems down the road. It's going to be quite expensive. So, you have a body, you have your dreams, you have your visions, you have your outcomes. But when you're fully present, you're actually being more of who you really are. And you also will be quite aware of what you're not. So here's a little exercise to give you, which is around who are you? Get the habit of each day just asking yourself that question, who are you? You might come up with like, well, I'm a person, I'm a mom, I'm a nana. Maybe you're an investor, maybe you're an entrepreneur, maybe you're a businesswoman, businessman. Just kind of list out all the things you are. And then after you look at all the things you are, all the roles and all the identities, you're you, the source point of all of those. So let me give you an example. So sometimes people will say, let's take the example of someone wanting to play the game of, let's say, golf. Okay. So, there are many different levels of someone wanting to play the game of golf. So if someone told me they wanted to play the game of golf, I would first ask them, well, are you just wanting to play golf on a local level or just for fun? Are you talking about really making a career out of it and playing on the PGA Tour? That would be my first question. And if they said, well, I'd like to be so good that I could make it and play on the PGA Tour, I would say, great. There's many positions in the game of golf. Do you want to be the best golfer in the whole world? Meaning they have the lowest score, obviously, for those of you who don't play golf. Or do you want to be on the board of the PGA Tour? Or do you want to be a spectator? Or do you want to be the person that plans all the games? Do you know what position, what role do you want to take in the game of golf? Because that determines who you actually will be in that game. So there are many different roles that we play each day. Sometimes we do this unknowingly. Sometimes they will crisscross over each other, like maybe your mom skills are, there's some skills in that you use, you know, as a friend as well. But still, being able to identify who you are, each role that you play, and then at the end, realizing that you're just you present in the moment will really help you design the kind of life that you want, and you being in control as the source point of your dreams and your goals and